Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Missouri's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up.
Turning it on! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
How about it, RD? What a start. You want to come out and say, I'm going to be aggressive, we're going to take shots, we're going to make big plays. Look no further than the first play of the game. What a start.
Here's a heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior. They decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away, but the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So Florida's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Terry. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side. Delivers the stiff arm. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll try to run for it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, still looking. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He'll throw it. Grabbed on the outside, it's Wilson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He's got it on the move. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Colorado is getting stomped. You could bring back any of the greats they've had there, Cordell Stewart or Rashaan Salam. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Clark.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air. It's Lagway. Pocket breaking down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Manning. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They're going to run it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of...
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete on the right side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Wants to keep it in the air. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They'll try to get outside. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Finds his man, it's Sturdivant.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Caught near the sticks, it's Clark. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets away from 1. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
He didn't have a whole lot of hard time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Gators are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sturdivant. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Motion from the back. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual-threat quarterback. Because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm, and then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it, because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And the Gators will keep this drive going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They weren't get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Snaps it in the shotgun. Here comes the heat. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Now on second down after the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The Gators need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Moves away as he feels pressure. Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Clark. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Wilson. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Sturdivant. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 17 to Western Kentucky. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They think there's room to run to the right here. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Now, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield and made the tackle for loss.
Got the quick pass.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
That's caught. It's Terry. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back has it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. 3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. They'll try to power their way ahead. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Abram. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Good timing on the quick out. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Gators are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. He's got it still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. And no signal from the officials, but not much push from the offensive line, and I don't think he reached the end zone. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. shakes off the defender. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit.
Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Oh, the sweet feet. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.